Natural.
What they don't. Oh my God.
It's like the sun.
What the viewers don't know is that before the show, I was getting everything set up, and I was sitting here. I mean, way longer than I probably should have at my age.
Rich is hopelessly colorblind.
Pushing the warm button over and over again. Like, why isn't it going warm? Then I realized it was already on warm.
We have cool, warm, and natural.
Natural is like literally like the sun.
This is natural. So natural. Welcome to Drunk Tech Support, episode 197.
That's crazy.
We got to celebrate 200 episodes, Rich.
Yep.
It only took us like 15 years to get here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Has it been 15 years?
Reasonable amount of time. No, it's 9.
Okay. Feels like more.
Still a lot of years.
I was going to name this episode not the Apple episode.
Oh.
Because you had so many Apple topics. And then I like mixed in a bunch that wasn't Apple.
I went with It's All a Facade.
Façade? Façade?
I was actually going to ask you if you would pronounce that Facade or...
Façade?
Façade or...
Yeah, Façade. That's how I read it.
Facades and paradigms.
There's a whole list. If you go through all our episodes, there's like probably like 30 words that I pronounce incorrectly.
It's so funny.
It's not.
I like it.
Are you going to get 196 and 195 up, Rich?
I will. They just got edited and I was working. I'm
going to go on an editing strike again.
Okay. I will do it today.
It's like only thing you have to do. I do all the
editing.
Today. All right. You heard him. He said it.
I said it. Live on the air. You heard it here first.
We got Google news. We got Facebook news. We got AI news. We got Apple news.
And we got some games.
And Nintendo specifically.
Yeah. This is also after 196 episodes, our 197th, the first one, we're both wearing jeans.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Check it out. Really weird. Pants. Where I'm usually wearing just underwear or shorts.
Yeah, I go with PJs a lot.
Yeah, you do.
If you remember, Drizzle gave me some props for my Homer undie.
I almost wore my Pikachu PJ short pants, but I decided to be an adult. I'm still wearing a cartoon shirt with the Pikachu mug.
Yeah, I got a Mario shirt on. It's whatever. We are grown men.
We were talking about that earlier.
Being
how we're like man children, but we don't have the whimsicalness of children.
Yeah,
we're like out of us by
depressed children, basically.
Yeah. I still collect cool toys, but I hate myself and want to die.
Yeah,
and I get no enjoyment out of life.
We do have some childlike wonder, but it takes a lot more to break through.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I wish I could just like sit and play with Legos for hours, and that'd be like my entertainment.
A lot of it has to do with just life and responsibilities. Like, it's easy to forget about.
You're beat down
but
from going to work and you don't
I
want to do
make
shit.
time for that shit. You have to like force yourself to do it. A couple of years ago, we actually bought a big Lego kit for like $300, and we did it as a family.
Was it like the Death Star?
No, it was a NES and a CRT television.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
It's pretty damn cool.
Why don't you post a picture of that? I've been trying to like post vintage pics on our site.
I should do that. If you
noticed, I posted the Palm.
I did.
Palm Pilot I bought, the iPod Nano.
Speaking of iPod Nano, it's not really Apple news, but it's more like Apple fashion.
Apple adjacent.
Apple adjacent. I like. Oh, god damn it!
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Don't comment on it yet because I didn't do the thing.
Rich, that's insane that you can't like keep up with our tech.
Sorry, I always forget this one part because the active screen never stays the same. Anyways,
iPod Shuffle hair clips.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I had this when I bought my iPod. When I bought like an old iPod Gen 3 Nano.
Yeah.
I want to somehow make a chain for it so I can wear it on my neck.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be kind of cool. Like Flava Flav style.
Yeah. Not big enough. You'd need like a big giant iPod. But
I didn't notice that the person's name was Miss New Tits, but
good.
But she's a fashionista with
and
iPod Shuffle.
Has an OnlyFans probably.
Probably.
I've been like getting so sick of that. People just trying to like push you to their OnlyFans on like Reels and TikTok. Like,
honestly, I wouldn't know because I don't get on TikTok, and I actually have been off of Instagram for like a week now.
Really?
I know that's weird because I used to be like obsessive about it.
Has our Google? I had like an opinion thing I need to show. Our Google TikTok folder that I made, is that been updated? Because I just uploaded the file. I wanted to play it and then okay.
Yes. Sorry. I was letting our group know that we were live. Can you turn your ringer off?
I'm doing that.
God. You know, on the iPhone, it's just a switch.
Shut up! I hate you.
Anyways,
I can't program my power button to like do the tap commands if I click it like 3 times.
Oh, because it wasn't an Apple innovation to come up with an action button.
No, I had phones that had action buttons, Rich. You know, remember the Bixby button we talked about?
Yeah, I know. I was being facetious.
Amazon's failed assistant. Let me mute this as well.
What's up, Andy?
Hey, Andy. We got a bunch of Apple stuff. You might not jizz this episode though, like you did on our Apple episode, because we got some bad news about Apple.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad news about Apple this week.
Good news for me.
Well,
anything that breaks them up from their
I do have to laugh.
Are like embedded.
So we'll just get to the story. Apple found out that the Department of Justice is suing them for antitrust.
Oh, they found
violations. Well, everyone found out. It was announced. That's the word. And I immediately shot Jay a message and was like, "Hey."
Wait, what? I sent the news to the group.
I thought I did. Either way, it came up in conversation, and I was like, "But what's wrong, Mr. I love monopolies and blah, blah,
you're
blah."
making fun of me.
Yeah, I was totally making fun of you because on this show, multiple times you have argued for monopolies and one corporation that takes over everything.
I said, as long as it's not Apple.
And then, your response, fantastic. Typical Jay. As long as it's not Apple.
Yeah, fuck that.
So you would be okay with Mr. Zuckerberg?
Ooh, like a meta ecosphere?
Meta ecosphere?
I would be totally okay with that.
Yeah. Too bad every Facebook phone has failed.
Or maybe all the companies...
Ooh, maybe he should try an Oculus phone.
Don't give him ideas.
Maybe I just did.
Facebook did try a phone.
I know.
The Facebook phone.
And they all failed.
Maybe all these companies should glob together, retain their individuality, but they'll like cut, because then you'd have like multiple things. That's like the point.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
If I only had one choice, I'd be happy. So I guess if it was only Apple, I would just be like, oh, whatever.
Whatever.
Nothing else is better because nothing else exists.
True.
Then I'd be stuck with Apple innovation, Rich, and that sucks.
I know. I did want to mention, it's not in the notes, but since we're talking about Apple and your hatred of them, I love CarPlay.
I've never said I hate Apple.
I know. I'm just.
You were drooling over my Android Auto.
That's what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
I
thought we already talked about it last episode.
I don't think we did.
No? Yeah, we did.
I don't think we did. Anyways, Android Auto fucking rocks. It's sleek and it works well. And like on the home screen, I can actually interact with the apps and do stuff.
What were you expecting? Like
CarPlay?
I don't know what CarPlay's like, so I can't.
It's a lot like Android Auto, except I can't do stuff on the home screen, and there's no Signal app.
My phone, if it's mounted and it detects I'm driving, it turns into Android Auto on my phone. I can control everything that way.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Apple doesn't do that, Rich?
No. Apple's like, don't use your phone.
Well, they do a lot. They do a lot of like, don't use your phone. Rich was impressed he could use Signal.
I know that blew my mind because I honestly
totally converting Rich over to Apple. Android.
What really upsets me is I have tweeted many times to the Signal app, Twitter.
Yeah. Hey, why can't I use this in CarPlay?
And I just asking like what their plan is for development, like trying to get
I
an
bet
idea.
You it's probably Apple fucking them over. Apple is
or it's you to use somebody iMessage. Like you who's like, fuck it, I'm not making an Apple one. Cocksucker.
No, I bet you it's like because they want you to use iMessage.
Probably.
And that's what this lawsuit is about. It's about Apple shutting out all these third-party people and forcing you into their ecosystem. I said it right this time. in making everything else not being compatible with anything else. Like the Apple Watch, you have to have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like if you want to use I tried to use my Fitbit with my Apple when I had it. Fucking couldn't use half of the features because it was blocked.
Andy's mad.
Andy's mad about the lawsuit.
I'm curious what his thoughts are, to be honest. So, Andy, feel free to.
What's wrong with them being more open as long as they're being secure? Like you guys all care about. Well, that's all your go-to when I say, "Why don't you switch from Apple?"
How do you secure millions of apps in an app store if you don't have rules?
No, you need to have rules. I told you there's still bullshit in the Apple Store. We've talked about that.
I know.
But
there's still bullshit in the Google Play Store.
If you're so like security conscious, don't use third-party apps. Just use all your Apple shit.
Yeah.
So that's really up to the user, which that's the thing. It's about
But then
choice.
the other corporations
Apple doesn't give you the choice. They say, "Fuck you. We're Big Apple and we're going to tell you what you can and can't do on our device that you bought with your money."
I don't have an opinion one way or the other on this. And
I think they need to listen.
That's why I'm really interested to hear Andy's thoughts, because I know your thoughts. But I don't have an opinion either way, because on one hand, I think monopolies are horrible for us as consumers. And I think the more wealth that we put in one place, the less there is for everyone else. And I think without competition, we don't have a healthy economy. But on the other side, I'm an Apple fanboy to a degree.
So you can be, but if somebody's thinking maybe I want to try Android, they're being blocked by Apple by making it so difficult to like maybe switch to a different phone. That they're like,
but
all you Apple fanboys, you're going to stick with Apple no matter what.
I would argue that all of those things are a lack of the user's understanding of technology. No, I could switch to Android tomorrow and have no issues. I guarantee it.
Oh my God.
Guarantee it.
Rich, do it. Switch to Android for one day. And then
get me a nice enough phone and I'll do it.
You'd have to replace all your fucking shit. Your Apple TV, your Apple... Yes, you would. It wouldn't work with it. That's the point. That is the point of this lawsuit. They make it not easy to switch or bring other devices.
But see,
it's always got to be Apple.
For me, I literally
Andy's typing up like a fucking...
I literally could. I want my Apple TV because it's easier to use with the HomeKit. However, all of my HomeKit stuff is not Apple. It's Amcrest. It's third-party Chinese crap.
Yeah, but you didn't want to get rid of your Apple TV
running. No, and there's a reason, and you don't understand the reason.
It's because your home...
No, my HomeBridge runs on a third-party open-source Linux server in my garage. That bridges all of those weird products so they work with HomeKit. All I have to do is set it up to work with Android Home.
Yeah.
Or Google Home or whatever the fuck they call it. And then on the other side of that...
You're right. Android would probably be more accepting of different products.
Well, the other part of it is the Apple TV. It actually acts as a hub for all of that stuff. So my cameras... my recordings, everything, all go there, and I can access them anywhere. Because that becomes the hub that I can access my stuff
So what's
through.
with the lawsuit if it's so easy to switch from Apple? Because that's the core
it's
of this.
It's easy for me because I'm a tech guy that's always been OS agnostic. I support Linux, I support Windows, I support Mac OS.
Take me. I'm a techie. I had an iPhone, but I also had a Fitbit and a Samsung tablet, and Apple just wouldn't play well with it in any of that. Like the fact that I can't.
Okay, that's fair.
The fact that they don't let third-party wallet apps. You have to use the Apple Wallet. You can't. There's no app for like Google Pay or whatever the hell it is. Like it's all like you got to use Apple if you're part of this.
That's bullshit. Because I pay with Walmart Pay every day.
That's what I read in the report.
I'm pretty sure either Walmart's pulling a fast one or they're full of shit. One or the other.
Well, they mentioned Google specifically.
It's probably Google. It's probably an Apple-Google fight. All right, before it goes off screen, let's see what Andy's saying here. Monopolies are awful.
Are you going to read it or are you just going to sit there in silence?
Oh, do you want me to read it? I figured... Oh, well, we do have the audio pod. I always forget about the audio pod.
You don't...
All right, monopolies are awful. That's true, but this is going after a company making good products and making really shitty arguments. All of their arguments were lack of understanding. They blamed Apple for... which, I mean, perfect example.
Is it going to be the government again with, like, the TikTok?
Oh, boy.
Or the Facebook.
Or the
asking
Facebook
stupid
thing,
questions.
like, we sell ads. Like,
how's Facebook big money?
the failure of Amazon phone failing. What? For
Amazon had a
Microsoft
phone?
failing. Okay. Oh, they're blaming. Okay, their arguments are that Apple is the reason the Microsoft phone and the Amazon phones failed.
Well, I can say it definitely wasn't the Microsoft's
No,
fault.
it was
Microsoft's fault.
100% the developers, because there wasn't any developers that were motivated to work on that platform.
Well,
it had nothing to do
they
with
didn't want to
Apple.
jump because they didn't want to work with Microsoft because they already had the big two, Android and Apple. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to develop apps for a phone that didn't have a huge
But
market
see,
share.
Apple makes it super easy to develop and add an app to the App Store and make money.
as long as it passes.
Minimal input. It doesn't take much, though.
Yeah.
So, if Microsoft did that,
Mhm.
maybe they'd get more
No,
developers.
we said, remember Microsoft was trying to charge developers to
Right.
make apps for them. Like, they totally went them out the wrong way.
Right, and that's I guess where what he's saying is it's a bullshit argument.
But Apple's like blocking third-party applications, not because they're unsafe, because they're
because
not
it
Apple.
competes with Apple.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. Like, I feel I should be able to do anything on a phone, and if I want to download some insecure third-party app,
He said one of the lawsuits literally said users have to relearn the interface if they switch. Well, no fucking shit. Yeah, that is
like, it's that much different.
That's a flimsy argument because they're
Yeah.
all the fucking same. They're all icons on a fucking board.
Yeah, phones are phones, dude. There's
We've been talking for months now about how boring technology is.
exactly.
Everything's the same. That said, Android Auto looks sleek
Yeah,
and it works a little better, but it does basically look the same. It's just icons on my
it's
car.
all the same apps. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
Apple looks like Apple with their rounded icons, and then
Yeah.
Android looks. They have more like widgets than
it's
icons.
more branding than it is control, I think. But there is a here's the thing. Apple caters to people with money historically, but also people that don't understand technology.
Mm.
They make everything dummy proof.
Mm.
Like super easy to use. I've never had a manual come with my phone or my computer. Like,
But if I want to use a Fitbit with my phone, and half the features don't work because they're just not compatible, that's gonna entice me to go get a fucking Apple Watch, or the normal user. I'll stubbornly deal with it,
Or an
until
Android.
or switch phones. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
That's problematic. If Fitbit is a popular watch, I feel like it should work with any phone you have.
it should.
Like, it's not an
Now,
Android. Well, wait,
whose responsibility is it
Does
to make
Google
sure?
own Fitbit now? I don't even know.
Whose responsibility is it to make sure software works with another piece of hardware that they don't have a control over? It's the developer's responsibility. So the Fitbit developers should fucking learn how to work with iOS.
No. Fitbit doesn't work because Apple won't give them access to like APIs or something needed to enable like we're talking like being able to do the voice
Yeah.
text messaging.
Oh,
crap.
yeah. That doesn't work on my car either for the same reason. They don't give access to do like SMS and stuff. And
Yeah, it's like they're don't act like they're not. They're
Andy
purposely.
says it's 88 pages of boomer technology anger.
I didn't read the whole thing. I read like a summary. Yeah, and
I don't
when
know.
the government goes after big companies, and because I watched like the trials where they're questioning like the American guy for TikTok,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Do you work with the Chinese Communist Party?" He's like, "No, I'm from Singapore." And they asked him like 20 questions about China. He's like, "Why do you?" He's basically like, "Why do you?" I'm from Singapore. I have nothing to do
Yeah,
with China.
I
Like,
literally know nothing.
it's
about
because he
China.
looks he's Asianish looking, so they're like, "Well, you must be with China." Which I mean, that's TikTok, dude. I'm pretty sure they are.
No, I mean that's never a question, but I mean,
It's boomers asking boomer questions because they don't get technology.
right. So anyways, back to my point. I don't have an opinion either way, but it sounds like it's bullshit on both sides. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
The government has flimsy arguments, as we
Apple knows
just
what they're
talked
doing.
about.
That's why they're getting. That's why they're getting like. Don't tell me they don't know what they're doing. A big, I don't know, the trillions, billions, how much they're worth, like, to keep customers.
So
they will
what
make
did
it harder to
Microsoft get
switch.
in trouble for back in the day?
Oh, Internet Explorer.
And
Installing Internet Explorer
and Windows Media Player. Like, it's all the same shit.
And that was a flimsy argument because nobody fucking used Internet Explorer.
But let's use Windows Media Player for the example, okay? It was a media player that was automatically installed, and that was the argument in the UK, I think, or Europe or somewhere.
And that was dumb because you can install freaking whenever
Exactly.
anything you want.
Exactly.
Like, there was no.
But it doesn't come with it, so they should put nothing so that you can choose. That was the argument.
Well, if an idiot doesn't know where to find a media player, if your OS comes with one, what are they going to be enticed to like look for something that plays music?
Well, I mean, the argument would apply here too. I mean, it's like it comes with Apple Music, so
I hate Apple Music.
I
miss
love
iTunes.
Apple Music.
I hate it because I don't use Apple Music, so I'm just trying to use the functionality of iTunes, and it's just like subscribe to Apple Music.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to check out Apple Music?
And that number, Andy just said there were $3 trillion, and that number is absolutely astronomical. Like every company, like okay, let's Google this because I'm curious.
We need a crickets chirping button.
Chirp chirp.
What are we Googling?
So I guarantee they're the most valuable company in the world, right? Right now?
Other than like, I don't know.
I think they're the most
that military
valuable.
company.
No, I think they're bigger than them. I don't know. I could be wrong.
You got Google right in front of you. Who's the biggest company?
I know. But I'm trying to find out like the history of all the different antitrust laws. Here we go. Probably shouldn't research this stuff. On the,
Microsoft, it says, at 3.09 trillion, followed by Apple at 2.77 trillion.
That's right.
We rounding up, Andy?
I did see that Microsoft outdid Apple again not too long ago.
Yeah, it's Microsoft followed by Apple.
Microsoft. It's wild. So I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Microsoft. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, and I'm gonna say it, and it might be an unpopular opinion, but that is too big of a company.
Yeah.
Like a $3 trillion company having control over every aspect of your life is scary. They have the power to literally disappear people. And
like Boeing?
Yeah, like Boeing.
Jesus Christ.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's
all rumor, people.
I don't know. I mean, you think of these companies back in the day that got hit with antitrust lawsuits, like they were nowhere near $3 trillion. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make.
Right.
These companies are the biggest companies ever in the history of our country.
And they have a lot of power.
They have tons of power. That needs to be checked somehow. Is an antitrust lawsuit the way? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Well, so think of like the EU, the things they're forcing Apple to do that Apple absolutely hates, like standard connectors, USB-C. You have to allow third-party apps.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what else
people have been capitalizing on accessories since Ford. Like this is nothing new, and that's I don't think the issue here.
They're throttling.
That's a European thing. The EU's been trying to get everybody on standards for years.
More power to them.
The average person only cares when Apple changes it to something else.
Yeah.
Not when they don't use USB-C. Like I could care less. I was pissed when they changed to Lightning though.
From the 15
from the 30 pin, yeah.
30 pin, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that I like understood. That was insane.
That was a rather old jack, but
my Nano has. I have a cable hanging off my computer right now.
I will throw. I know it's a little off topic, but I will throw out a. I really liked Android Auto. I don't
switch to Android.
I don't think I could switch forever because there's some things about Apple that I really appreciate that I would never be able to replace with Android.
I'd like to see you use non-standard products for like a week just to see the frustration.
Well, like I told you before I was getting to, I didn't finish, but all of my stuff that is connected to my network runs on third-party apps and servers in my house or in the cloud, and then I just connect via API to HomeKit. So I use Apple just as a front end, nothing else. They don't do anything. I don't buy the Apple accessories. I do all
but then
third
when
party.
your freaking your HomePod or whatever the hell it is dies and you have no way to fix it, and the nearest Apple store is 2 hours away, you have to buy a brand new device.
The only thing I would have to do if I didn't want an Apple TV is turn on my VPN, and then I'd be on the home network, and it wouldn't matter. But the Apple TV gives me a bridge where I can access everything from anywhere.
But I'm getting at is they're the whole right to repair thing, where they make things specifically difficult, so you have to go to an Apple repair. So that's another but monopoly
Apple's
kind of thing.
embraced right to repair. You can buy a kit now and repair shit yourself.
How much do those kits cost?
A lot. Okay. They've partially embraced right to repair.
Okay. It's gonna cost just as much as if you went to an Apple store. But we got you.
Bottom line is, you could order your own fucking parts now, and you can do it yourself, which we could never do before. So now, when they start selling parts for retro Apple devices, I'll be happy. But they will never do that. So
No.
They're actually listed as like vintage in their
They're listed
system.
computers. Yeah.
Like after 5 years.
Wait, isn't like the iPhone 10 now called vintage?
Probably.
Like they don't wait that long.
No.
Unsupported.
Not so much anymore.
Buy a new one.
So anyway, I don't have an opinion either way. I don't know what's right here. I do think monopolies are bad, but I don't think that the arguments are...
Speaking of big companies, you think Boeing killed that guy?
Do I think? Probably. Allegedly.
Coincidence that he was in the middle of testifying and then decided to kill himself.
Very coincidental. I heard he had information that would lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
Good. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but I heard it's like shocking. Like, there's no way it's a coincidence that many people died.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 30 people.
I've never even... I just joke because, the memes are funny.
Yeah. No, I think that's where that joke came from, where somebody committed suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally what I think one of the things with the Clintons turned out. That was what they came to. They're like, oh, yeah, he must have killed himself.
So there was some other Apple news that was a little disheartening this week. I don't know if you saw it, but hackers can now extract the encryption keys.
Yeah, I read about that.
Which is kind of scary. I mean, one of the things that Apple does do rather well is security. Love them or hate them, they do. They focus on it, and much more than a PC. Yeah. So this is disheartening. But, like we've said before, everything can be broken.
Right. Everything can be hacked.
If there's a will, there's a way. And they found it.
Apple used to skirt by saying nobody bothers to hack us, so Macs are safe. We don't need antivirus.
I don't think Apple ever actually said that.
That was the gist.
I'm pretty sure that's an industry thing that started.
I remember being like, well, Macs never get viruses. I'm like, it's because they have like a 10% market share. Like, nobody cares about writing viruses for Macs.
Or was it just because there was no antivirus sold for Macs at first?
There was, but it was bullshit. Like, you literally didn't need antivirus back then.
Right.
Like, there wasn't any
wasn't viruses
Microsoft.
being
Oh my
written.
God, the amount of viruses I'd find on people's computers.
Oh my God.
Run Malwarebytes, like 2,000 things get found.
Oh, that's it?
Having to change startup items and crap and go through all the... Oh my God, I don't miss that. Combo fix.
I remember, I remember when antiviruses first came out, and like McAfee would take up like 75% of your RAM just scanning your hard drive.
The Mac. Oh, they did have antivirus for Mac, because the classic Mac I had came with. I don't think it was McAfee. I think it was
Symantec.
Yeah,
or
Symantec.
So, anyways, it uses a side channel to get the encryption keys extracted. And
aren't they supposed to be encrypted? I thought that was the point of encryption.
There's always a way, though. We know this.
Means the key
we know this.
Encrypt. Okay.
And once they get those keys, that's pretty much it. Like,
I just found out that Intune automatically sets a BitLocker.
Yeah.
Because I got a new PC and I shoved my old hard drive in it and it was asking for the BitLocker key. I'm like, ooh, I don't remember setting that up. And I go on Intune.
Jay's like, foiled by security and encryption.
I go on.
Damn it.
I go on Intune. I find my computer and I look. It's got the fucking keys right there. I can copy and paste them. And boom.
Andy says he's on his second box of tissues this evening. It was a pretty bad week for Apple, all around. I mean,
I'm sure they'll fix that, right?
oh, I'm sure they'll just throw a couple trillion at it.
It's not like a hardware defect, is it?
No, I don't think so.
So it's software, something they
Wait,
can patch.
let's find it.
Patch Tuesday for
We're gonna
Apple.
read it. We're gonna be educated on this.
We should just have AI summarize.
Although Andy could probably tell me before I read it,
yeah,
because he probably already read it.
My baby. More silence. Just Rich reads. Rich reading.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Like,
Please wait while we read this, guys. I don't know. Maybe we could be more informed before the episode starts.
well, I didn't think we were gonna get this deep into this topic. I thought it would just be like a.
I've been trying to make a habit of actually reading the articles that I put in our notes,
Oh,
or at least skimming through them before.
That's cool. Like
Yeah.
even the ones I put up there.
No, fuck
Oh.
you. I don't read your.
Oh,
I don't read your
wow.
articles. I assume you do your due diligence, Rich.
Oh yeah, every time. All
everyone,
right,
Everyone like Rich's LED headphones.
we're not going to talk about those yet. We're going to talk about the Tamawachi.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, this is where you put the iPod into the thing, right?
It's a Apple Watch. Yeah,
Yeah, the watch. Yeah.
yeah. Check it out. They have a picture of it down here. It's
Wow.
so cool.
Wow. The buttons work. Probably not.
it's touchscreen. So, oh, those buttons. I don't know. I mean,
That'd be cool.
that would be cool. I'm sure it'd be easy to just wire them up to the crown and shit.
So the watch probably evolved from the Nano, right? Because the last Nano they made was literally a square touchscreen. It was like an itty bitty.
Yeah, you're
It was
right.
about the size of the Shuffle.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Probably.
I never owned one.
I mean, evolution of products.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, I thought this was pretty cool. I just wanted to know if it's patchable, Andy. Is it a software issue?
Can
Is
it be
hardware?
fixed?
Is this one of those like it could be jailbroken for the end of time type of things, or?
That's why I asked if it was like a hardware thing where like you literally can't fix it.
I remember being on the other side of the fence, being a jailbreaker,
Yeah.
and
And now you're like, oh, I'll break my phone if I
being
do that.
so mad when they patched them so that you
Yeah.
couldn't jailbreak them anymore.
That's
But,
annoying.
I don't care anymore.
I only know
'cause
about
my
that
phone
from-
does everything I want it to do.
Nintendo, like jailbreaking, not jailbreaking, but modding those and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to avoid updates because Nintendo. Oh, that goes my Nintendo topic. Ah.
Yeah.
We're doing Apple right now.
We are doing Apple right now. But is this Apple news? Because it's in the Apple stuff, but I don't know if it's Apple news.
I didn't put this in there.
I know I did.
If it's an Apple News link, you definitely put it in there because I don't go to Apple for news.
So you probably just threw it in Apple news
because I saw
because
Apple,
it was Apple?
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh.
And I called it
my
Apple
God.
shit, not Apple Innovation.
Oh, no, this is not Apple news, but hackers found a way to open any of 3 million hotel keycard locks in just seconds.
Oh, with the dolphin thingy.
They're offering,
little
I don't know how they're doing it, but they're using SafeLock brand door locks to do it. And they have a fix coming, but it could take years to hit every hotel. So
Anyone can just walk. Use your little door jammers. Have you seen? We've talked about the little dolphin RF Wi-Fi. Bluetooth.
yeah, the flipper.
The flipper. Yeah. That's crazy. I've seen a video of people like scanning and unlocking like doors and shit with it. Like,
I had
it's
a
pretty
guy I know hack garage door openers with like an old Barbie toy from the 90s. I forget exactly what one it was. But
Oh, was it like recorders, like a tape
I
recorder
don't
or something
remember.
like that?
I'd have to look back.
I thought he was like able to like record the interference from the button and then play it back and get it to open the door. We're just gonna look something up again.
Oh yeah, it's an old Mattel toy. It's called. Whoa, that is not muted.
Whoa, sorry.
All right,
Applied hacking.
here it is. Let me pull this up here.
What the hell is it? It's a pager.
The I Am Me. It's one of those little like wannabe pagers.
Oh, so it does like short range
Yeah.
RF.
Yeah. So he actually does the actual math and everything on this.
What?
Jesus. But anyway, it uses this Open Sesame software, and then just
So they like rewrite the software on it.
allows you to open.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I used to love installing shit that shouldn't be on.
I know. That was like what's fun about technology, and now everything is on chip, one chip.
Mm-hmm.
System on chip has
Everything-
ruined technology.
One thing breaks, you got to replace the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. One light goes
remember
out, they
back
all
when-
go out.
Remember back when people were soldering memory chips to iPods to like
Yeah.
add memory to it, and they were like running like Linux and crap? on
Yeah.
it? What happened to those Linux people that were always running Linux on everything?
We probably teased them into oblivion.
I guess like the Raspberry Pi kind of killed that. Nobody cares about hacking stuff now because you can just build it
True.
if you're like smart enough.
I don't know. One thing, and I talked about this on a previous show, is this home automation shit has been really interesting, and it's brought back that flame for me, like because it is a lot of tinkering and it's a lot of like JSON code and just it's fun. It's
Yeah, I remember
It's
you talking about that.
definitely
Doesn't sound interesting to me, but I just don't have a home to like do that too. So I guess I put cameras all over my room
there you go. You can
or
have like
hack into your system.
you can have like 30 angles.
Yeah,
And then you
I'll
could, like
just-
you could do like a Truman Show.
I'll be
thing,
one of those
like,
streamers that just streams my life,
Yeah. It's just gonna be you laying in bed all day.
scratching my balls, watching reels.
It's just you in bed.
Literally, it's just a loop. I can just like loop it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Did you put this on here or did I put this on here?
I put that on there because I saw it and then I just wanted to mention
So
it.
I saw it too this week, which is weird, but it never went away. I noticed it when I was looking through Facebook like 2 years ago. I was like, whoa, that's still there.
Facebook brought back poking.
Now they're like advertising it again.
Yeah.
I've
They're like,
seen
Facebook
it like,
brought back poking and Gen Z's going crazy over it.
Yeah.
Read more.
however,
Please subscribe and give us money if you want to read this article.
paywalls.
That's
Yeah.
about as far as I got.
But yeah, it's
I'm like-
it's always been there, just nobody uses it because it's dumb.
Yeah, well, what do you poke for? You just
It
go,
was
"Hey."
just like a notification without anything attached to it.
Yeah.
It was literally, it would just show up in your notifications, and then it was
I
like,
guess people like
Jay poked you.
poke strangers like profiles. So, like you like, there's a cute girl. You're like, poke. I poked you. And if she pokes me back, that means she likes me, and I can start talking to her.
That.
I didn't do that.
I never did. Although I didn't even have Facebook until I was well into my career, and
Right.
like, because Facebook was not around when we were teenagers and doing stupid things,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably a good thing.
We should bring AIM back.
Yeah, we did. Remember?
We did.
We
kinda.
had that hacked server that we used.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what we should do.
We should bring back MS Messenger and Yahoo.
Do you remember the old Microsoft chat where Comic Sans came
Use
from?
Comic Sans, yeah.
Yeah, it was like actually comics.
We talked about, I think.
We did on the show a long time ago.
We're going to get to the point where we've talked about everything.
And we're just going to talk about it again.
Yeah.
We should change the name of the show to Two Old Guys Talking About Shit We Talked About Twice Already.
Remember that episode where we talked about this?
We'll just have a never-ending, like, clips
There's
episode.
a podcast. There's a podcast I'm listening to. They've been going for about 12 years now.
Yeah.
And they're starting to do that.
Oh, boy.
But they forget. They're like in their 50s, and
Aw.
they're forgetting, and they'll start telling stories over again that I remember from like 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh.
So, this is not Muskie Minutes.
No.
This is more...
Robot AI news.
Yeah. So we'll go with the robot.
Okay.
This is Drunk Tech Support announcing here publicly, all hail our robot
Do that
overlords.
on purpose. Put it like.
Oh, yeah. I also started a new thing where I'm putting the images right over the old iMac. So it looks like it's on the TV.
Kinda.
Kinda. Steve Jobs would appreciate it.
Mm. Can't touch his face.
Oh, God. Anyways, so I want to get right to this one first, even though it's not the first thing on the list, because this is fucking mind-blowing.
Neuralink update.
So this is... Have you watched this video yet?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit.
I never see anything on the screen move though.
Seriously?
I just see him talking.
No.
And he talks about how cool it is.
He, like, paused his music while they were talking. He was like, hey, can you pause your music? It's a little loud. And he was like, oh, yeah, hang on.
And he said it works like telepathy.
It was amazing.
He said it like it's like intuitive. Like
Yeah.
he just thinks about where the mouse goes, and it goes.
It was like at first it was a little hard to control. It would like overshoot and stuff, but he like after using it for a little bit, you know, you get used to it.
I want one.
This shit
All right.
blew my mind. Like here, it's like right at the beginning here where he actually pauses his music. Watch.
I want one now.
Yeah. This is like right up your alley. This is like Singularity 101.
Yeah, dude, this is how it starts, man. Computer human interface.
So you have to watch like for the cursor. It's on there.
Yeah, that's what
See,
I couldn't.
he's moving it right there at the bottom.
I can't really tell.
Really?
Why doesn't he have a big blind person mouse like I do? It's like reverse image and it's like huge.
His legs and arms don't work. His vision's fine.
Oh,
Watch. There.
I see it. I see it.
When it's
I
over
see
the
it.
black, you can see it easier.
What
So
if
he
he
could play chess, and then watch. He pauses his music,
well,
and then he comes back down and plays
this
the game.
is Tesla. This is Elon company though, so I'd always
Dude,
want to say bullshit when I see any video.
I don't care
Okay,
as long as
full self-driving coming next year,
Something-
people.
it comes to market, and I can do at least chess.
Just
'Cause
chess. That's all it is.
It's mind blowing.
Brain surgery
as
so
it
you can
is.
play chess.
Just as it is right now, is mind blowing.
If I could control my mouse, dude, with my brain, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would be so stoked for that.
So okay, so little
To make my life
backstory.
even more sedentary.
So this is where.
I don't even have to. Like,
Yes, it is a
click
Mac
anymore.
he's using, Andy. I wasn't.
God damn
ignoring that. It was very easy for him to pause because it was a Mac. So.
Oh, because it's so easy to use. Can't
No,
find a pause button on a Windows PC. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you
Ask
gotta
him
find your media app
Ask
first.
him the full screen of video with his fucking brain on a
Yeah.
Mac. Good luck.
So, anyways, there's some. This is interesting. So, I just recently, like 6 months ago, got to use eye tracking software. Have you ever used that?
Our desk is crooked. It's driving me nuts.
Damn it!
Go
I
ahead.
fixed it last week.
Like the Stephen Hawking thing?
Well, it's Stephen Hawking eye tracking. Have you ever used it? Like, okay, so,
I see people use
I was-
software to tell if people are like looking at girls' butts and boobs when they're looking at pictures. It like shows on the screen where your eyes are looking.
that's horrible.
It's like a challenge. Like try not to look, and they show like pictures.
We developed this software, this magical software to help people with disabilities.
What
and
do you
we're-
think people are
We're
going to do
just
with
seeing
it?
if people are using it to look at boobs.
Mhm.
So I got to use the software. I was working with somebody who works exclusively with special needs children, and one of them can't move, so she uses eye tracking. And I installed the hardware and got it all set up, and then she was like, "Play with it, have fun." Like, and I was like, "Okay." So I started playing with it. It is literally just like thinking. Like you don't. The movements of your eyes are so minuscule.
Yeah.
Like you don't even realize you're moving it, but your mouse starts moving, and
Does it
you're
move
like,
where
"Holy shit!"
It moves where you look.
Yeah, it's absolutely magic.
What does he use? A webcam? Like an IR?
It's kind of like it's a bar that you put either under or over your monitor.
So it's like the Kinect. It probably shoots out
And
an
then-
infrared signal, and it bounces off your eyes.
Yeah.
And it can actually see. You know, your eyes glow red.
Right.
IR makes them glow white, and the computer can track them easier.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the DS does. They added. That's how they fixed the 3D. Because on the 3DS, when you move,
Yeah.
the screen would get blurry. But they added eye tracking, so there's an IR light that shines in your eyes.
Ah.
That's the way the Wii remote works too. That little
Right.
bar is two little IR
Right.
lights
Yeah.
for tracking. I bet you that's how they do it.
Well, I don't know how the actual eye tracking works. I'm sure it's the same basic technology. I mean, but either way, that felt like magic. I didn't feel my eye move, but it does. I mean, when you look, you don't have to move it a lot to look.
So why can't this guy do that instead of having dangerous brain surgery?
Well, he probably could, but think of how much more you could do with this. Like, I mean, you could do eye tracking for mouse movements, but what about typing? Like, when I can start
I still
writing what I'm thinking, that's wild.
Well, then I have to read your thoughts. I guarantee he's probably still using a mouse to type.
Probably.
And
I'm
use
sure they're
that
not
app.
even. Yeah, I'm sure they're not quite there yet, but that's where they're going. That's where they want to be.
Mhm.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time. So,
I might get that. I'm sure it won't be
we talk about technology.
thousands of dollars.
We talk about technology being fucking boring.
Yeah.
And then something like this comes along, and I get excited. Like, this is
I'm dead
exciting.
inside. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Maybe it's you.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
It is very cool. And on top of that, the home stuff, I'm like geeking out again. It's nice.
Well, I'm more interested in this eye tracking thing you're talking about because that's something I could probably download and actually utilize.
Maybe.
I could probably get a Kinect or something. And
I have.
I'm sure there's something on GitHub.
I have a Kinect downstairs.
There we go.
Yeah.
Something that I can actually do is exciting. We'll probably never get this or be able to afford it if it becomes public.
No, because by the time it's useful and it comes to market,
we'll have dementia.
Yeah, but maybe we'll be able to use it to help our dementia.
Yeah, they're talking. Well, that's their goal is to be able to use this with like AI to sort of like. I'm more interested in the organoids. Those are exciting.
What's that?
The brain in a test tube they're growing, and they're putting it on a chip. They taught it to play Pong.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's human brain tissue. Yeah,
like
it's human
computing.
thinking brain tissue,
Yeah.
and they say they're going to be able to use that in conjunction with AI to like fix why AI kind of sucks.
Right.
Because it's not really thinking, and these things are actually thinking. And they got it to like play Pong and do all that stuff they do. But
yeah,
this is cool. Yeah, if it was just like what is it like? It's like a 10-minute surgery. It doesn't even. It's like all automated.
Is it 10 minutes?
I think it's like not that long at all. It's like you walk in and walk out. Like it's not like you got to be hospitalized afterwards.
Wow.
They're shooting rods in your brain though, so I'm like.
But you can't feel it, right? Like they do brain surgery with you awake. Right?
Yeah, they locally numb it, and your brain doesn't have any feeling nerves in it. So, yeah, no, dude,
wild.
I think it's cool. I would love to be able to do that, control my computer, because I told you I'm having like trouble typing. I just feel like I don't know if it's Windows 11 or what, but I ever since I've been forced to use Windows 11, it seems slower. It seems like unintuitive. It just seems like
see, I forgot I was
misclicking
running Windows
on
11.
things. Really?
Yeah, really. And once I moved my thing to the left,
my work computer and my home computer both run 11, and they both run like shit.
How many gigs of RAM?
32 in my desktop.
Maybe you have too much RAM. Did you ever think of that?
Oh my god. Are you fucking serious? That's the problem.
That's it. Too much RAM. Solved it.
I don't know why. I feel like I open, so say I open my Bluetooth devices, right? Or I'd open my Bluetooth devices, it would list them all. Now it just comes up and is blank, and I gotta wait maybe an entire minute before it finally shows my headphones and stuff.
Are you like giving off like EMPs?
We've already talked about that. We think that I might be. My aura is disrupting electronic components.
Fucking Jay, how does that work?
You sure you don't want to talk about your glowing gay headphones?
Are they gay?
They match your mouse.
You like them? Well, the mouse doesn't light up because I unplugged it.
I thought I saw it lighten up.
It did, but I unplugged it a minute ago.
They're humongous, Rich. They look ridiculous.
Okay, so there's a story behind this. I've had the white headphones
you look
for
like the music match
over
what was that?
A year. Like
no, the Napster. You look like the Napster logo.
Napster logo.
Yeah. It's too big.
So I bought these nice headphones that sounded really good, and I've been using them for a couple years now. And my son has co-opted them.
Yeah,
so
you keep stealing them.
Every week I have to find them before I can use them, and it was annoying me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "I can't use the one you bought me because it has 2 plugs," and he lost the adapter that goes from 2 to 1.
I thought they combined that into one jack. We don't need 2 plugs anymore.
Right, but not on older computers. He's got an old gaming computer, so
forgot.
he still needs 2 plugs.
Okay.
But on the front of his, you can use 1 plug, and that's all he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know that you can go to the back and plug it into the
Give
jack.
him my AirPods.
So I went and I was like, let me see your headphones, and I'll check it out. And so I'm using them tonight to see how they are.
Oh, those are the ones you're giving him.
I bought him these for Christmas.
These are the ones he's refusing to use?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He says they don't work. I don't believe him. They work, but they're very tinny.
Yeah, they look cheap.
And they are huge.
Yes.
So I don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to take them.
That's why I keep bringing them up.
But, well, you're also not wearing any headphones now. So it's like...
I don't need to use headphones unless we're listening to something.
Yeah,
I've decided that. And I can't listen to myself talk as I'm talking. It drives me nuts.
See, and I never wanted to listen to myself talk, and then you made me.
Why?
Because you wanted to hear us.
Well, when we're testing and stuff, I want to hear us. But then, I've decided that I don't like.
See, it doesn't feel like we're live when I don't have
It doesn't.
headphones
Yeah,
on.
it feels
It's
like
weird.
we're not. I've had to get used to it. 'Cause
Yep.
it doesn't feel like we're actually doing a show.
So talk about this anime crap you put on.
It's
here.
not anime crap. It's cool and it's awesome.
AI VTuber.
Okay, you know what a VTuber is?
I do not.
It's people that use don't play it. It's people that
I'm not.
use. We're gonna need audio for this too.
Okay.
So it's basically YouTubers that stream and they use. We already talked about it. They use an anime avatar.
Okay.
They use tracking software and stuff, and there's like a bunch of popular ones. This isn't a human. This is the turtle guy. His name is Needle. I think I forgot his name. Needle. He is a programmer, and he's built his own AI.
Is it neural?
Narosama is the girl.
Oh.
That's his creation. He created an AI YouTuber that, and he's like fixed the response time. Like
So the turtle is a human.
the turtle's him.
Okay.
He's the programmer, and that's his creation, the girl. And he's got it connected to chat. He's got it connected so it can see what's on his desktop. He's got it like the timing fixed so you could actually interrupt it if it starts talking. It'll hear you start talking and shut up.
Wow.
Which AI doesn't do right now.
No,
it's
it
like
doesn't.
You say something, it says something. You say something, it says something.
So it's more conversational.
It's very conversational, though. I want to play this and listen to like a little clip of it, and he gets in arguments with it.
Oh my
on
god.
on the stream. Like, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of weird.
I enjoy playing video games. I also like to try my hand at coding and learning new things.
Oh, I didn't know you tried coding.
I quite enjoy it. I find it very relaxing. Nothing can compare to the satisfaction of writing a neat piece of code that works flawlessly.
You're not coming for my job, are you?
Vidal, I promise you, if I ever replace you, there will be no struggle and no suffering. Is that better?
No. What the fuck? How long is it until your birthday?
My birthday is in 8 days, Vidal.
Never mind. Okay, Skynet's coming.
I would love to try
Skynet's
out
coming.
that new Minecraft AI Vidal is working on. A dynamic Minecraft
he's got it
experience
plugged in to
sounds
play
like a dream
games.
come true.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I'm just aspirationally talking, Vidal. I don't particularly like talking to mosquitoes either.
I'm just gonna ignore it. I think if I ignore it,
She keeps calling him a
She
mosquito.
works based off overreaction.
Hee hee, Vidal, you sound like a mosquito. Even they have more intelligent conversation than
I
that.
get it. Are you gonna be done with this bit like anytime soon? Or is this gonna be the next like week?
Yes, this will stay funny for a while, get used to it.
Well,
So
listen,
it, like,
I wanted to talk about all this
gives
stuff.
him
what
shit
it
and,
actually
like-
means.
I'd
It
rather be
remembers stuff
punched
too.
in the face. Thanks.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking about what?
Punching you in the face.
Oh, I'm really scared, Vidal. You punch like a mosquito.
Sarcasm.
Well, maybe I'd rather
Yeah.
be hurt than
Wow.
continue this conversation then. Test my theory.
No, I'm not going to.
Vidal, I hope you put a face worth watching on mine. It better not look like a mosquito.
You are okay. We're gonna be done with that bit very soon, I'm sure. Can she do 9 plus 10? You know what? Actually, that's a very good question. Neuro, what is 9 plus 10?
What is 9 plus 10? I refuse to answer such a question.
Why?
Because there is a lot more to me than just simple arithmetic, Vidal. I am a streamer and chat with people and put on a show for you all. That doesn't mean I don't know what 9 plus 10 is.
But what is 9 plus 10?
9 plus 10 is 21.
Let's go!
Well, Vidal, your voice sounds like a mosquito. Is that intentional?
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Yeah, I
So I've
prefer
been
to-
watching this on like.
Is this the? I heard when I was sitting up earlier. I heard some anime.
I just put it on in the background and listened to him argue with it, and like, so he's like a real programmer. Like, I watched him like,
That's fucking cool. Like,
yeah, working on the code and stuff. And
Yeah.
he's always like giving updates. He's working on response times and like visual acuity. She's got it plugged into games. They were playing. There's one she was playing chess and talking shit. There was they were playing what don't talk and nobody explodes. Have you played that game? It's like a bomb defusal game. One player's
yes.
defusing a bomb, the other person's reading a
Yes, I have that.
yeah.
Yeah, I bought it.
So, you know, and she'll just say random shit and be wrong, and it'll blow up. It's funny. It's really fun to listen to it and follow this guy's project.
That is impressive. It has sarcasm, and
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
and the fact that he's always working, because you'll have like new updates, like this version does this, or it's just funny. Like sometimes it'll fuck up in the middle of the show, and he'll have to like figure out what's wrong with the programming and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and he's got it like it's wholesome. It doesn't. I mean,
Does he have like a show, or is it like... he
it's like a
just goes
stream. He'll do a
live?
stream. Son of a bitch.
Fucker.
And just the way he's got it plugged into everything. He played GeoGuessr with it.
We
And
really
she
need to
guessed.
get the on-air sign back up.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever played GeoGuessr?
I have. I love
Okay.
that game. Oh my god, I love
So
that
he's
game.
got it so it can see the screen, and it's like accurate sometimes. It can guess, like first guess, like where the picture's showing and stuff. So it's really smart. It's getting better.
It looks impressive. I will give you that.
Yeah. So and I've been like, he'll like have guest VTubers on and stuff. So I kind of like got into VTubers now.
Oh
I
god.
start watching anime girl VTubers. Some of them are pretty funny.
Is it a lifestyle choice, Jay?
It is Weeb Life.
All right.
Hashtag Weeb Life.
Well, I won't judge you then.
Which made me think I want to build an AI now. I got a graphics card for that.
I got Chunk GPT downstairs.
You do, but I want a server pod GPT, something we could
So
put in a
make it.
box and it'll talk shit to us and stuff.
Like
That'd be awesome.
we can just leave it right here. in the
That's what
middle.
I'm saying. I might.
Why haven't we done this?
Well, if I can find a screen, I'll build it into the Mac.
I have screens.
It's
All over the house.
It's a 3x4. I need like a specific size because I was looking for a
Oh.
custom. I think.
Oh, you want to do it in the Mac?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not on the Mac. That thing can't run shit.
Oh.
I want to.
I still have the screen from my truck back in the day.
The 7-inch.
It's in the AV bins
Oh my
downstairs.
Chunk store. So I thought that was cool.
It's AKA hoarding.
Hoarding. Yeah, I think you got a problem, Rich.
I don't have dead cats anywhere. Everything's organized.
There's no rats
I can find it.
chewing on. Maybe your kids.
So our
sucks over.
last piece of AI robot news actually is
Robot.
from courtesy of Google,
Oh, Google.
which helps us kind of segue over to our Google news. So I think I'm going to start the Google news intro right now.
Sure, this can go in the Google. Rich thought this was hilarious to use for our Google News. And I told him it's probably racist or something.
I don't
so
see how it's racist.
we'll get canceled.
I mean, it'd be racist if it was
Google
like, if we were making fun of her, but it was
Yeah.
just funny. Anyway,
Google News.
so Google wants to put AI in healthcare, huh?
Oh yeah, because that works well. They're talking about using what is their Google thing called? Bard?
Well, it's not Bard anymore. It's isn't
Gemini?
it like Genie or Gemini.
Gemini. Being developed by Google Research and Fitbit. So they do own Fitbit.
Well,
The
do they?
feature will help. I was wondering. I thought they might have bought Fitbit out. Does Google own Fitbit? Yep. 2021.
Wow. While we were all home,
I'm
with
surprised
COVID.
they haven't canceled Fitbit because they got their stupid watch.
Well, maybe they're just gonna start, the Pixel Watch powered by Fitbit.
I hope they don't get rid of Fitbit. If I had to charge my watch every day, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're looking at using Gemini to apply to medical systems.
Did you see this?
Including like screening for tuberculosis and crap like that.
Do you see this?
What? Google is also making efforts to enhance health information on its search engine and YouTube.
We were literally talking about this 3 days ago because I was deathly ill and I was Googling and it was like, you have colon cancer.
You probably are dying.
You're dying.
Yeah, that's like the worst.
Maybe that'll help people like me so they don't think they're dying immediately.
You figure AI would give you better, like, give me the,
Oops.
give
Sorry.
me like the least possible, or the most common outcome, not the fucking most life-threatening
Right,
one.
you would think.
Seek help immediately. So yeah, they're talking.
Andy said, gross, get that shit out of here.
No, I don't
Exactly.
think they should not be applying AI to healthcare. Have we not
Oh,
seen
hell
from
no.
fucking our recent? My health insurance was using it to deny healthcare treatment to people, and they got outed for that because it was like I don't know, it was like a 90% rejection rate or something like that. Like AI should not be in charge of it. It is not a human.
Let's say this.
Not the healthcare.
If all of the tech giants take all of their executive boards
Yep.
and they start running their lives entirely by AI, making decisions 100% by AI.
Those are the jobs that aren't going to get replaced by AI.
But I'm
board,
saying
shareholders, the
is,
CEOs.
let's replace them with AI.
Oh no, we should. Those are the jobs that should be
when they
phased
trust
out.
when they trust their job to be done by AI, I'll trust
right.
it with my health insurance.
No, it's a way to like lower how many people you have working. 'Cause
Exactly.
you can just have a fucking AI do it
Exactly.
with no oversight. Nobody like checking it to make sure it's not.
Put AI in charge of your investing, and then I'll put it in charge of my healthcare.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody talking about AI being used for like stock stuff.
Because the stock
like that
market's
company,
a crapshoot anyway.
that stock company had like algorithmic trading,
Yeah.
which that's all AI is. It's just algorithms.
Yeah.
But nobody called it AI back then.
No, it was just
That company
algorithms.
nowadays, nowadays would say AI. AI trading.
Oh yeah. First it
We
was
use
algorithms,
top of the line AI.
then machine learning.
Yes.
And now it's AI.
AI, Bitcoin, Metaverse.
Bitcoin's back over 60,000, or it was. I don't know if it still is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I immediately lost 80% of my funds when I invested in.
I'm so glad I sold mine before it crashed. I was done with crypto.
You should have held on to it.
So back to Google.
Yeah, my crypto's down 39%.
Aww.
I literally invested like $200, immediately dropped to like $50
course.
overnight, and it stayed though throughout $60 now.
And it's gone.
Exactly.
So Google Pixel 8a coming out, and it's going to have a 120 hertz screen.
Oh yeah, that's
like
the new
a
thing.
super bright 120 hertz screen.
That's the new thing. I actually turned mine down to 60 because I don't need 120 hertz.
I mean,
it's kind of like the refresh rate
Well,
of the
you
screen.
got to think how many people are getting more into gaming mobily.
Yeah.
Like, and there's some
I'm
decent
still happy
mobile
at
games.
60. Like anything below 60 is unacceptable.
Anything below that, yeah, Jay's
Yeah.
like, fuck this thing. I'm returning this.
100 exactly. I've returned many games.
Yes, you have.
120 hertz is cool. Looks weird to me the way 60 frames used to look weird when they did it with movies.
You know
they
what?
tried pushing that 60 frame movie
Yeah.
bullshit back then, and it looks weird.
It
okay?
does.
So 120 still looks weird,
Yeah.
but I can create. And actually,
You know-
it's worse on battery life. That's why I
Well,
turned mine down to 60.
Yeah. You know what's funny about this, though, is not the hertz rating, it's not the brightness, it's the fact that it also supports DisplayPort. And we were just talking about who the fuck uses DisplayPort? Like, literally, like 4 days before
Exactly.
this.
I don't understand why DisplayPort's a thing.
Apparently, Google is baking it into the 8A, so there you go. DisplayPort is making a comeback.
Everything's always had DisplayPort. My graphics card has
Always.
one HDMI and 3 DisplayPorts.
Yeah.
And I never understood. I've read people saying, "Oh, DisplayPort's faster. You can get better refresh rates out of it."
I
don't know.
have
But on the
both.
new HDMI standard, I think it can do 120.
Yeah. I think
Or
it's
whatever.
I think it was mostly just like Dell picked it up and they were, pioneers with it.
Yeah.
And then everybody had it, so then Lenovo started and then HP and
Okay. Oh, it is on. Mine is on 120 hertz.
oh
Get
wow.
smoother animations and
It's
scrolling.
adaptive though. It doesn't stay at 120.
Yeah. 60. So that's 60. I don't understand the difference between hertz and refresh rate.
It's
Like
the same thing.
frames per second, I guess, is what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So
I don't
it's
know
like-
how to
Because when I play some modern games, it gives me the option for the refresh rate, but also the hertz setting for
So
the screen.
hertz influences the smoothness of the display, including animations and scrolling and transitions between frames, while frames per second focuses on eliminating flickers and improving the realism. So,
I never noticed.
you
And
go.
your screen's got to support it. Oh, I guess that
well,
does.
that too, yeah.
Ew, I guess 60 does kind of suck.
Really?
I don't know. I've been used to it being 120.
Well, yeah, now you're used to it.
Maybe
See?
120 is better.
You get used to it, and then that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, you're an antitrust lawsuit.
The fuck?
Oh, man.
Adaptive.
Oh, Fitbit also was in
Oh,
the
yeah,
news.
that's way better.
This is why you thought, you remembered Google owned Fitbit, because this was on here, and if you looked at it,
Oh, yeah.
they changed Fitbit, now that they own them.
Google.
EU owners will not be able to download any third-party apps or clock faces.
Which I'm glad it's just the EU. I hope the US doesn't follow suit, because if I lose my Star Trek watch face, I'm going to be really pissed. I paid $14 for it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I don't know why. Nobody knows why. There's like rumors that it might have something to do with one of their Digital Markets Act, whatever that is.
I'm sure it does.
So I don't understand how the EU is doing the opposite of what they're doing with Apple. Because Apple, they're like, you have to allow third party, and now Google's saying like, because of the EU, we have to eliminate third party apps and watch faces. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It
says the decision was made after a careful assessment of the impact of new regulatory requirements, likely talking about the Digital Markets Act.
So why can't Apple just turn around and be like, fuck you, we're getting rid of third-party apps and shit again?
I don't know.
I don't
Probably because they'd be sued because they just went through it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the ask for permission later. Like,
yeah, it's better to...
Or ask for forgiveness later instead of permission.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason, a legal reason, because some lawyer in a room somewhere said we can't do it.
I guess. At least it's happening.
But it's only in the EU.
Yeah.
For now. So you don't have to worry. You don't have
Son
to worry.
Don't worry, man. We're not going to freak out.
So, all right. So the rest of this episode
Where are we
is
at?
for you.
Jay.
Games.
But it's not really
To spread the word.
games. It's
Hey, do you guys like Nintendo? Fuck you.
that's
Is
it.
what Nintendo's saying. I went down a rabbit hole before the show started because I just saw like the top link there. Popular Pokemon fan site taken down by Nintendo. Now Nintendo is notorious for
DMCA takedowns.
fucking their fans over. Like,
Always. Us included. We did playthroughs and shit, and they're like,
yeah,
Can't
we
be
heard the
seen anywhere.
We heard the Mario theme song, DMCA.
yeah.
Relic Castle, a popular forum. I didn't know those still existed.
Yeah, they do.
Focus on the creation and sharing of Pokemon fan games has gone offline with no advance warning because they got a DMCA from fucking Nintendo saying people are sharing fan made games and stuff on here, so let's shut the whole website down because that's our property. That's our property. That's not yours. All those games you love and play, that's ours. Fuck you.
Oh, but their Discord server's still there, so
Okay,
I'm sure there's just as much stuff on the Discord server.
Yeah, none of this stuff is stopping people from torrenting
that's
or
what-
going on the fucking dark web.
This is what drives me crazy about these companies. They don't fucking get it.
No, they seem so out of touch.
They were like, "Oh, we're never going to let you stream things digitally."
You want to promote our games
Well-
and play them so people can see and maybe go buy them
Right.
themselves? Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, with streaming, they screwed us there. We were like, we're going digital. So we started trading digital movies illegally, and people got in trouble for it. And then they were like, finally, we'll give in. We'll give you streaming services.
Yeah.
And we had Netflix, and it was great, and it was cheap. And then they ruined it. Now we have 30,000 different streaming services,
Yeah.
which I have another rant lined up for, but I'm
boy.
gonna hold back on this episode because I found out my Verizon bill went up to fucking $390
Yeah.
today.
It's almost as much as my phone bill.
Anyways, but they ruined streaming for us, and now what's happening? Torrenting is picking up again.
Yeah.
People are going nuts on the illegal side.
I don't use streaming anymore.
It's unbelievable.
like the only thing I do now is YouTube. Even the free Netflix and crap I get from my phone, I don't use
yeah,
because nothing I want to watch is gonna be on there
exactly.
because it got pulled.
Right.
So
And you don't know which streaming service you have to have.
Nintendo is more nefarious because they're like shitting on their fans.
Yeah.
Like these
Well, that's-
people
they've
love these
always
games
done
and
that.
characters and stuff, and Nintendo's like, no, fuck you. Like that No Mario Sky game.
Oh, yeah.
back then that got shut down. It was just a little fun game. It didn't play anywhere like Mario. It was frustrating to play actually.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
It was just a concept, and Nintendo's like, we're gonna sue you.
So then it became No Man's, or no, what was
It
it?
was something else. Yeah, they changed the name. But like No Man's Sky didn't sue them.
No.
Like they thought it was funny, and Nintendo's
Unknown
like,
Man or something. Or,
yeah, and they changed the character, and it
was
didn't play
lame.
like it did before.
I still have the original.
I do too. It's
It's
in my
fantastic.
OneDrive. This other thing in the news. This is what sent me down the rabbit hole. There was 2 articles recently that happened. There's a DMC takedown of GitHub Nintendo Switch emulator. Now, I guess they've been like trying to shut down emulators.
Well,
like,
yeah,
across the board.
they've been trying for years, but
yeah,
that hasn't gone well.
emulators don't run Nintendo software. They're just able to read the game and play it. So is that copyright infringement?
The way emulators have survived all these years is because usually if there is a piece like a ROM or something that has to be downloaded, they give you the instructions on how to do it with your physical hardware, with the understanding that you own that hardware.
They give you a warning. They're like, this is not.
Yeah.
You know,
But
this is
that's
for
how they've skirted
the
it.
joke. The thing is always, this is for playing legal backups of
Yeah.
your games, and that's another thing where like you can't back up your own games and stuff. And
Watch me.
I've pretty much gone.
That's all I gotta say.
I've gone digital with games and stuff, which
Yeah.
sucks.
Which I don't understand why you did. I still don't. I still won't.
Well, digital modded. Like my 3DS.
yeah. Oh, you mean with like emulators and shit?
No. Like my 3DS is modded, and I have ROMs.
Oh, okay.
All the games, so I
got you.
because I got pissed
On
when
actual hardware, but
because they shut down the
Yeah.
store. I
Right.
don't do emulators anymore. We used to do them like back in the
back
early
in the day,
Yeah, the F box.
the F box.
That was so fun playing
It was.
Nintendo games on a PlayStation controller. So, yeah, so Nintendo was like, no, screw you, take it down. So that got taken down. This other one is funny. Legally distinct pocket creatures mod for Pal World.
Oh my god.
So someone was like a fuck you to Nintendo.
Yellow Rat, Firefox, and Saul Goodman.
I don't know what this Pal World is. They said it's very much like Pokemon, but it came out first. They said, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's probably how they're getting away with it. Because
So did Nintendo steal their idea? So wait, go back up. So that's.
I was looking at the
Oh.
map.
So, yeah. So the creatures are like legally distinct ripoffs of Nintendo. Like
Wow.
Yellow Rat instead of Pikachu. I just thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, here you go. Oh yeah, they kind of do look Pokemon-ish.
Yeah, the original characters of Power World were like very similar, and
Huh.
I'm pretty damn sure they came out first.
Interesting.
Would you like to subscribe to PC Gamer?
I would not.
You sure?
Andy says Nintendo sucks, so he's on board.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot of DMCA shit in here on Nintendo this week.
Well,
God
that's-
damn!
I went down a rabbit hole.
I see that.
I started looking it up. Nintendo blocking. Wait, which one are we on? Oh, this is the Switch
emulator you
emulator.
mentioned. Yeah.
Which I'm like.
See, the
just
thing
let
is
people
they can take things down all they want.
It's
They're still going to be
exist.
on file sharing sites. They're still going to
Yeah.
be on the dark web.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they just don't get it. People are going to do whatever they want
that's
with
what
the
I'm saying.
technology.
They're out of touch.
Yeah.
And maybe they're thinking the more.
And they haven't figured it out yet. They've been doing this since the 80s with cassette tapes and people making copies of cassettes.
I was watching Moist Critical or something commenting like if these guys had their way, they would have banned the internet.
Oh yeah.
From being created.
Yeah. So this was just a spin-off of a fork.
Yeah, fork of a Switch emulator. Like they don't give you ROMs or anything like that. Are they
No.
still called ROMs?
Yeah.
Yeah. They it's just something that can play ROMs, which I don't feel like that should be illegal.
They're claiming that they violated it by circumventing their technical protection measures.
Right, because you can play them.
But are they?
'Cause
Are
you're
they
not-
telling you that you can't use this unless...
They're not editing. This doesn't run on a Switch. They're not editing the Switch. It's their own software.
Yeah.
Unless they're running stolen software.
And this new one has claimed they don't even use the same measures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I back when I first got smartphones, I used to download emulators for like Game Boy Advance and stuff.
Yeah.
And all those are at risk for being removed by Nintendo.
You've never been able to get them on the iPhone.
No, yeah.
I mean, I say never. There are ways, but like you could sideload, or back when you could jailbreak, you could do it. But
I did not know that. I've never ran them on. The other thing. Wait.
Well, you can also run DOSBox on an iPhone too. So
Oh, okay.
that's pretty cool.
Nintendo blocking videos, emulate Switch games, Steam Deck. Oh, so they've removed Dolphin. That's Dolphin. That's what I was thinking of when I said Dolphin earlier. Oh no, blocking videos showing how to emulate games on Steam Deck. I got so many articles, I'm getting confused.
Oh, so they're showing off the device's potential for emulating the Switch, and Nintendo is taking down their videos.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't see the article here, but they also removed Dolphin. They had Steam remove Dolphin emulator.
Maybe they should make a more powerful fucking device that people can't run on a standard off-the-shelf goddamn Steam Deck.
Your fucking Switch is like
Jesus,
like 10 years out of date at this point.
I mean, seriously, like this article sums it up right here. This isn't a major concern for legacy platforms such as PSX, but the fact that the Steam Deck seems to be capable of Nintendo Switch emulation is raising red flags. Well, no shit. Maybe you should make a better console.
You think?
Jesus.
Yeah, I bet.
If they didn't spend all this time suing people, they'd be able to make a new console.
All the money they're spending on legal, they could be
God.
making a new Switch.
Because you know they're not making money from these lawsuits.
No,
they're taking
there's
people
been a
down.
couple million here, a couple million there. That's gotta be
but it's not real
them.
money if the people can't pay. They'll just declare
that's
bankruptcy.
true. Yeah, it's some hacker that doesn't have money.
Give me a break.
This I didn't even know about. Someone made a Portal 64, a Nintendo 64 inspired Portal game. So it's like if Portal was made on the 64. Pulled it, DMCA.
Oh no, but they didn't pull it. Valve took it down.
Well, probably
because they were worried that Nintendo was going to get involved.
So everyone's scared now.
They have a reputation. I can't blame Valve for that.
I think it says they use the freely available Nintendo SDK to make it.
So that's totally legit.
Yeah. Well, it's not running on a 64, so you know.
Oh.
Dolphins emulation weakness contacted Valve. What?
So playing the game required that you had access to a Steam purchase copy of Portal, and then that game data files are then patched by the software to work inside the N64 emulator.
Dolphin.
So you're actually running Portal on
You're running the
an
actual
N64,
Portal game,
but it's on,
and it's it's like fixing the code to run it.
That's impressive.
That's cool, man. See, this is like progress, and Nintendo's like, nope. Well, Steam was like, no, but you know.
Oh, okay. So he didn't use the open source SDK.
Oh.
He said he would, but not unless he was assured that it would appease Valve. He's not going to waste the time doing it if.
Yeah.
Which I get. I don't blame him. It's a lot of work coding a fucking.
This is cool stuff that.
This is the stuff that makes technology fun and interesting. That they are.
I didn't know that existed.
Ruining.
I would have played the shit out of that. Like that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. So what if you're one company that eats all the other ones, ends up being Nintendo?
Okay, you're right. Maybe not one company should. Maybe it's just the government needs to.
Oh my God!
Take all the companies and mush them together. Their technologies.
I think that's called totalitarianism.
No, Rich.
Communism.
Trump 2024.
Oh my God. Unsurprisingly, Nintendo has unofficial Zelda Link's Awakening PC port pulled offline.
We talked about this a while back, and we
did.
made a joke about this not lasting long.
Yeah, and it didn't last long.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this stuff has happened within the year. This was
I think
December.
I did download this and use it.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I remember we talked about it. We
I
said,
did.
what's the point if you can just go play it on
Yeah.
Nintendo? And you're like, oh, you're right.
I still did it. Did it. Yeah.
But it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, again, it's on Chunk Store.
it's like the fans are doing this because they love Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it's literally
it's
like...
not nefarious. They're not like, we circumvented
like you,
blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, check out this cool thing we did.
You shit on a lot of Apple fanboys because they just like Apple stuff. And like they defend Apple blindly sometimes.
You guys are all brainwashed and trapped in the ecosystem, though. The talons.
But Apple
talons
did that intentionally. They built a brand that people love.
Yeah.
Nintendo did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo is attacking those fanboys.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's unbelievable.
That's why it's like, do you like Nintendo? Well, fuck you. We don't
See,
care.
like,
we're Nintendo.
There's nothing really that I can think of that I can compare it to in Apple world because, like, you can't say, like, taking down Hackintosh developers.
The music industry with, like, Napster and all that crap, where they're actively trying to, like, shut down all this stuff. Like, people were sharing music to people that couldn't, like, I couldn't afford CDs back in the day.
Right,
so I made mixed CDs off of Napster. Like, shutting me down didn't make them any money.
No.
Like, didn't prevent any sales that would not have happened.
Nope.
So that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's one story that wasn't on here. There was oh no. Yeah, it is on here, the last one. So this is older. They were so desperate to get rid of I guess Zelda got leaked.
Oh.
And they were so desperate to take down any video of the leaked Zelda that they DMCA'd a legitimate streamer and got a strike on them for showing legitimate footage released by Nintendo of the game.
Oh my god.
They were just showing footage that Nintendo released and talking about it, and they got DMCA'd. And it's on YouTube, so YouTube's like, you get those...
Oh, wait, no. The stream was abruptly halted.
Oh, they cut it off midstream, yeah.
Oh my god.
But they were showing legitimate video. It was like promo video. It wasn't the leaked footage or anything, or the leaked game.
Yeah.
So they're so desperate to like be litigious that they like don't care. They just...
One clever commenter notes in the video, you thought you were reacting to Nintendo, but Nintendo was actually reacting to you.
There's this other YouTuber that would stream Nintendo games, but he'd mod them to do funny things.
Yeah.
Got like two strikes by Nintendo.
Oh my
god. He wasn't like showing people how to mod it. He wasn't providing ROMs. He wasn't making any money off it.
Right.
And Nintendo, so he had like 4 videos that were like Breath of the Wild weird mods he did. They were popular. And so YouTube's got like a 3-strike rule.
Right.
There's like different levels to the strikes on YouTube. There's a copyright claim, which we've gotten, where they take away the monetization. Any money that video makes goes to the guy that did the strike. So Nintendo in that case. And then there's...
Andy says that's not just anybody. This guy. Apparently he's a big streamer.
Yeah, that's what these people are. They're not like...
They're not just nobodies.
They're not like us playing Mario Kart.
Right,
you know,
right.
Although they would do that to us. They've done that to us.
They have done that to us, yeah.
We've gotten strikes. Yep. But so this other guy on YouTube, so he had 4 videos. They could have copyright striked his account for all 4 videos, but they split it up. They copyright struck 1 video, and then they did it for the other 3, so he got 2 strikes. Oh. After 3 strikes, your channel gets deleted.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, and good luck fighting with one of those tech companies. I had to take over an old Facebook page last week, and it was like pulling teeth. There's no phone numbers. There's no chat. There's no email.
No.
Use our help.
Yeah, use our help chat AI. Ooh.
No, not even chat AI.
You have
to go to the help.facebook.com and figure it out on your own.
There is like a 1-800 number for Nintendo. Yeah. I had to call it every time I had the Switch Game Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Or DSs.
I remember that.
That was a nightmare.
I remember that.
They're so behind the times. Like their technology is behind the times. They're like Nintendo...
And yet we keep buying their $80 games.
Their stores always run like shit. Like their online stores are always like bloated and slow and just run like crap. Like it's like a bunch of boomers like running the damn thing.
They've kind of like... They got the Microsoft thing going on. They hit gold like every 10 years. Mm-hmm. And then everything in between is just shit.
Yes, exactly.
The Wii was great. The Super Nintendo was great. N64 was great.
It's like every other system. It's like the Star Trek movie curse.
Right.
It's every odd number. That's what Windows OS was.
Right.
Every version sucked.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I just got pissed about Nintendo because I knew they did this stuff, but the 2 in a row that I saw, and then I just went down the
that's
rabbit
crazy.
hole. And that's not even everything. That's just what I found within like a 10-minute search.
That's crazy.
They're stifling technologies and shitting on their fans.
I just really am blown away by the argument that, they can't have a video about possibly emulating it on a Steam Deck. Like, they didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if they did, that's Nintendo's fault for not making a better console. Like, it has been a decade.
Yeah, and they removed Dolphin. Dolphin was like the most popular Nintendo emulator on...
It's gone?
Steam. Yeah, I believe it's gone.
Oh, I still have it.
Well, even already got installed. Yeah. But that doesn't stop them from Dolphin Steam.
Oh, on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
see,
probably
I don't get emulators on Steam. I've never done that.
Nintendo's newest Steam save prevents the popular emulator from growing even further. Dolphin, the extremely popular video game emulator, was set to have a PC version, but has since been delisted.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense that, because then now it's on a handheld. And
This is in 2023.
Yeah. They didn't see a threat when people were playing on their gray box PCs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Steam's
now
more.
that it's on a Steam Deck.
Yes, Steam seems more willing to bend the knee to these bigger companies, which makes me worried for the games that I purchased.
Yeah.
And
all the licensing and how they just decide they don't have the rights anymore so that you don't own it anymore.
Steam's just like another streaming service.
I know.
It go away.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing that Apple was blocking. I was pissed about cloud gaming apps. They wouldn't allow on their store.
Yeah.
Because they wanted you to download apps through the App
bullshit.
Store to play games.
Oh, speaking of streaming services sucking, I have Netflix again
Why?
because it was free.
Ugh. I'm on strike. I'm not even bothering to use it.
Hey, if they're going to give them to me for free, I'll still have them, but I honestly, I don't watch it much either. It's mostly Apple TV Plus, which I do pay for, and I watch For All Mankind, and it's
Yeah.
fucking good.
You were really excited about that.
And I also watched Mythic Quest, which was really good, and I watch YouTube. And that's...
with ads. Oh, my God.
I mean, it's whatever.
I'm just like YouTube and my Plex. If I want to
Joke's
watch
on
something, I
them.
download it to my Plex.
Joke's on them, not us.
Yeah. Well, it's free through our phone, so we're still probably counted as a user.
Well, they can count us as a user all they want, but I'm not giving them any money.
Yeah, I guess.
They have to
you
rely on their
rant about your
contracts.
phone? Did
I
you
didn't,
wanna-
and I'm not. I told you I didn't want to on this episode.
We're just gonna get pissed.
I haven't even told my wife about it yet because she was at work when this all went down. But I was furious,
Yeah.
and it escalated from not just working with Verizon, but also all of my streaming services and my Xfinity account. I had to change all of them this morning. I was pissed. It was a big day.
Wah, wah. They just keep screwing us, dude.
Yep.
We'll never own a home. We'll never make enough money. Groceries will cost $1 million.
Wait.
That's our life. We're talking about that today too. It's like, no, we're never gonna retire.
Yeah.
Everything sucks. Mortgages are like $3,000 now.
I never actually thought I was going to be able to retire anyways for multiple reasons. The biggest one being I thought I was going to be dead.
You keep saying that. You probably should have made some future plans, Rich. I mean, not like I made any.
I'll be all right. No, I really I love to work. And I really never thought I could see myself retiring. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. We'll see. I do get sick of work sometimes. So,
I get sick of work a lot.
yeah.
Why did you name the episode? It was all Façade.
I forget.
Because I see on our notes it says name show with
Oh,
best topics.
It was supposed to be a jab at the M1 security issue with the vulnerability.
No one's gonna get that.
Because it's the facade of security. No, I know.
That's
I didn't have
only
an
a
official
big
name.
brain
I
people
was-
out there will get that.
Yeah. If you don't get it, well, you're just dumb.
It was all a facade.
Facade.
Idiots.
God damn it, Jay.
Can
All
we
right.
name it something better like Nintendo?
I don't care what we name it. I just threw something up
Name it like Nintendo. Fuck you.
it. Let's not.
Like
actually.
Nintendo. F you.
We'll talk
Or-
about it after the show.
Okay. He's just gonna name it. It's all a facade. All right.
Check us out on
You
Apple
and Andy will get
Podcasts, and it'll definitely not be called "It's All a Facade."
And our last 2 episodes will be uploaded today.
Tonight.
You heard it.
You heard it here first. All right.